This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So before going to start, can anyone has any doubts, any practicing errors, any problems? Please let me know. Anyone has any challenges while doing practicing? Nothing? Okay, good to know. Fine. So it is must you need to start practicing. If you are listening only, that will not help you. So for temporary access, if you want, you can ping me. I have already given in the group. So you can ping me. I will give you once again if you want temporary access at least. But you need to practice. Fine. So the major part, vendor and finance consultants, vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These are the 4 transactions you need to understand clearly. But really in your business, frankly I'm speaking, can we do purchase order invoice, sales order invoice in like vendor payment, vendor invoice, customer payment, customer invoice? We will not do in real time scenario. I have total 22 years of experience. I never posted any transaction in my life in the production server. Then why we are learning? To do all these things, we need to do a lot of setups. So if you want to understand the setups, if you don't know about the transactions, then you cannot help or you cannot guide the business users. That is the reason we are learning. If you remember the first day session, see, look at this one. We are learning, we are focusing on this one currently. This is not your task at all. This will be done by business people. What is your task? This one. Company creation and setups and configurations, setups masters and submasters. This is your task. This is majorly this one. But if you want to understand all these things, without this one, you cannot proceed. That is the reason you are learning transactions. Okay, you are not going to create any single transaction in the production server if you are a functional consultant. Fine. So if you want to understand, there are so many scenario transactions that you need to understand. So the first one is vendor invoice. That vendor invoice can be executed in 4 different ways. And initially you have learned that one. One is invoice journal. Now yesterday we are learning. Second one is purchase order to invoice. Okay. If it is invoice journal, in this expenses account data to vendor account credit. This we are learning from last 1 week. Expenses account data to vendor account credit. If it is purchase order to invoice, then it is inventory account data to vendor account credit. How can I remember vendor account credit? It is the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. The giver is credit. Okay, and debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. On hand inventory is coming in your warehouse, so it is debit. Okay, and apart from this one, there is one more transaction, purchase expenditure for product. 0 it is posting. What is the reason it is posting? You will understand after 2 months. Okay, extra transaction, unnecessarily it is posting 0, but there is a reason behind why it is posting. In some scenarios it will be posted to some accounts, some amounts to this ledger account, that you will understand later. Okay, let me show this one once again quickly, the purchase order process. Next I will go to sales orders. So customer invoice. Customer invoice means you are generating invoice to the customer. This is you are receiving invoice from the vendor. Vendor invoice means receiving invoice copy from the vendor. Here customer invoice means generating invoice copy, and submitting to customer. Okay, so in this we have learned one is free text invoice. We learned free text invoice. From last 1 week we have learned. In this free text invoice means customer account data to sales revenue account credit. Sales revenue account credit. That's what we learned from last 1 week. Here the receiver, debit the receiver, and income is negative. Income is negative. This is personal account. This is nominal account. Okay, so we know like this one. One is personal, golden rules. One is personal. Next one, anyone?
Real.
Real. Next,
Nominal.
So here we are applying nominal, like credit, debit means debit the expenses
And
and
losses.
losses. Credit the
Incomes
revenues
and-
or incomes and gains. So here incomes and gains, it is negative. This is the only confusion to your mindset. Now it is clear. In your education, you may be very much confusion about this one, but you need to be very much clear why it is negative means balance sheet plus profit and loss account is equal to trial balance. This should be 0 always. So here you are entering positive and here you are entering negative. The profit, this is asset positive. Here in this profit or income is negative. To make 0 amount, if you want to make 0, this total amount, if you want to make 0, we need to enter negative. That's what we are applying here. Customer account data to revenue account credit. Income is representing minus. And if it is a invoice journal, it is liability we are entering minus. And expenses we are entering, losses or expenses we are entering positive, so that it will become 0, total 0 in this. So this is a confusion and to your mindset till now, I think majority people, now it should be very much clear. Okay, next one is, this is free text invoice. Next one is sales order to invoice. We are going to learn today. First, let me show you quickly this one, and then I will show you this process once again. Okay, what is the like postings? I will discuss with you in few minutes. Let me show you quickly the post, like transaction, purchase order invoice, whatever you have learned yesterday. Let me show you once again. Okay, so click on new button. So where it is available means, give me a minute, otherwise I will open freshly. It will take so much time. Let me close all these tabs. Let me open freshly. I'm opening this link. accounts payable accounts payable. Till now you have learned invoice journal and you have learned payment, vendor payment. Now yesterday we learned purchase orders. So accounts payable, purchase orders, all purchase orders. Click on new button. Click on new button. Select from the drop down vendor account. You can click on drop down and you can select the vendor account. So usually business users, they will not do this button like a drop down and something. They will not do like this. They know the numbers, they will remember the codes and they will enter simply 1001, 1005, 1002, whatever it is code, they will enter because this will be faster than drop down. Okay, fine. Site and warehouse is mandatory. You need to select site and warehouse. So what is the site and warehouse? Actually, it is a T&L topic, but let me show you what is the site and warehouse. So what is the site and warehouse means? You have a manufacturing industry, a big site. Like take the example in Patancheru, you have a manufacturing pharma company or something company is there. It will be around 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers length and width, big site. In that I have one warehouse, one building here, one more building here, one more building here. That is warehouses. These are warehouses like this. Okay, so this is big site and this is warehouses. Suppose I don't have that much bigger one. Example, take the example like in Amirpet, one building is there and one more building in Miapur. Okay, there are two buildings are in Chandanagar. One is in Chandanagar, one is in Amirpet. Then site means Hyderabad is site. It is a virtual. Hyderabad is a site. Under that, Amirpet is one warehouse, Chandanagar is another warehouse, and Dilshuk Nagar another warehouse. Yes, then these will be maybe far away. Or if it is in Patancheru, I have around 5 to 10 kilometers depth and width is there. Okay, length and width is there. It is a big site. Under that site, I have one warehouse here, one warehouse here. So site may be anything, site warehouse may be anything, but you need to remember under one site there are multiple warehouses. But in real time scenario, suppose I have only one building, nothing here, then you need to create at least one site, one warehouse. This is a T&L topic, one site and one warehouse. So site and warehouse is must. You need to do whenever you are doing a transaction, site and warehouse should be selected. I have selected. Click OK. Select the item 1000. Click on tab. Okay, select the quantity 5. You have entered. So purchase order process means purchase order creation, purchase order create, and then purchase order confirmation. So during purchase order confirmation, it will validate budget amounts, then product receipt, and then vendor invoice. I'm sorry, the voice is coming because of this festival, public 26th January. Okay, so there is a occasions in my apartments. Okay, please bear with me. Okay, is there any lot of disturbance to you or manageable? Is it voice is dominating my voice or
No, sir.
manageable?
Manageable,
Manage-
sir.
Okay, fine.
No, sir, it's
So,
manageable.
yeah, please bear with me. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Only for one day. So purchase order is created, and then purchase order confirmed, and then product receipt, and then invoice. So product receipt means on hand inventory will be increased. On hand inventory will be increased. Okay, there is a temporary postings at the time of product receipt that we'll discuss with you later. Your knowledge will be increased on not only invoice, at the time of product receipt also there will be financial postings. That I will discuss with you later. Fine. After that, invoicing means the financial postings. Financial postings will be updated. Okay. So I have created a purchase order and then confirm purchase order. Let me do confirm purchase order. Purchase tab, confirm. You have two options. In the actions area page, we have small button confirm. In generate area page, confirmation button. Both are available. So in this one, you don't have option to take a printout. If you use this one, you will have option to take a printout. That is a major difference between these two. So you can enable this checkbox and you can take a printout. So I don't want printout. I'm not enabling. Okay. It will take some time, 2 to 3 minutes time to generate the print format. Not required. I'm disabling this one. Click OK. So if you are disabling and if you are clicking OK means both are same. Small button and big one. Small is confirm, bigger one is confirmation. Both are same. So during this confirmation, budget funds will be validated. System will validate budget funds. As of now, we have not enabled budget for purchase order. That is the reason it is not validating, but it will validate in real time scenario if it is enabled. Next one is receive tab, generate area page, product receipt button. With this one, on hand inventory will be increased in the system. On hand inventory, suppose I have already 50 quantity available. Now I have purchased 5 means it will become 50 plus 5. Okay, so 22401. I'm entering this is GRN number or product receipt number. Means sorry. So we are receiving material from the vendor. We are receiving material from the vendor. Okay, then this vendor will send the document. The document is called GRN number or vendor dispatch document number or product receipt number, any number. This vendor organization will send the material and the document. That number you need to enter. So this is most important in real time scenario. While practicing, it is dummy number, but it is in real time scenario, it is most important. And you are entering the document date, that this document whenever it was generated, the date, sometimes it may be yesterday or day before yesterday. Okay, we are posting today. This is product receipt date, means we are posting today. This is document date, means this document on generated on yesterday. That's what we are entering. Click OK. So product receipt is updated. Once it is product receipt is updated, on hand inventory will be increased. On hand inventory will be increased. Now actually temporary postings will be posted. What is this temporary postings? Why we need to post all those things we'll understand later. This is your knowledge will be enhanced later what it is. Now we are focusing on invoicing. We are focusing on invoicing. So go to invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. I'm entering invoice number. So invoice number is must. Whatever the invoice copy you have received from the vendor, that number you need to enter, and the date and update match status. It should be passed. So what is this update status and why we need to do this one? I will discuss with you after 1 month. Next month ending, you are going to learn about this one. That means business people, they have received invoice copy and they will verify whatever the invoice copy you have received from the vendor, that will be verified. The amount, discount, charges, taxes will be validated. Everything, it will be validated. Then everything is correct, then only they will post. If it is any deviations, then in the match policies, update match status means matching policies is there. Those policies I will discuss with you after 1 month. Then you will understand what is the deviation. If it is any deviation, within the percentage of the deviation is allowed. If it is crossing that one, how to mitigate all those things, we'll discuss different scenarios in the next month end. Fine. Now it is passed. There is no deviation. Exactly whatever at the time of purchase order, at the time of invoice, all values are same. I'm posting. Click on posting. So once it is invoice is posted, we can see the voucher. We can see the voucher. Like, give me a second. It is loading. Journals. So invoice tab, journals area page, invoice button. Click on voucher button. It is empty. So as I told you yesterday, actually this is my laptop is 16 GB RAM. In our laptops, the performance will be come down. So that is the reason, like, we have disabled this one. We have disabled, but in real time scenario, we will not disable. It will be processed immediately. It may take a minute and it will be updated. Now it is not, we have disabled. That is the reason we need to go to general ledger, collapse all, periodic tasks, subledger journal entries not yet transferred. Subledger journal entries not yet transferred. So you can click on transfer now here. So this is like some invoices already created in the like T&L topics. So that is the reason it is there. Now this is the invoice we have posted now, 224. Now if you verify the voucher, it will show you the voucher. Inventory account data to, this is inventory account data to vendor account credit, vendor balance account credit. So some ledger accounts are coming. Where it is coming, what we have to map, all those things you will understand. Okay, so cost of purchased material invoiced. So this inventory account is called Microsoft cost of purchased material invoiced. Okay, this inventory account is also called cost of purchased material invoiced account data to vendor account credit. And purchase expenditure for product, it is posted 0. This will discuss with, I will discuss with you later. Clear? Any doubt in this? Yesterday we saw the same thing we saw today. So I hope it is no doubts. Now if it is a customer invoices, if it is a customer invoice, then we need to generate invoice copy and we need to submit to the customer. Okay, so one is free text invoice we learned. Now sales order invoice. If it is a sales order invoice is posted, what happens? Customer account data to sales revenue account credit, Next, one more entry will be there. your inventory is decreasing. Your inventory is decreasing. Inventory account credit. Inventory account credit. And purchase expenses are cost of goods account debtor. Purchase expenses are cost of goods. Actually, this is sales value. This is sales value. And this is cost value. Cost value. Suppose I will give you example, like you are selling keyboard. Suppose the keyboard price 1000 rupees. So 1000 rupees you are going to receive from the customer. So your revenue is 1000. Your revenue is 1000, but cost of the material is 600 only. For you it is 600. Your inventory value is decreasing 600. So your inventory is decreasing, minus, you need to enter. And customer account debtor means debit the receiver, means positive, debit the receiver. And revenue account is minus, income is minus. We learned income is minus. And this is cost of goods or purchase expenses. It is expenses, positive. So these two are, you need to apply nominal accounts. These two you need to apply nominal accounts. This is personal account. Customer account, debit the receiver, it is customer account. These two are nominal, revenue and expenses. Revenue is represented in minus, expenses represented in positive. And then inventory means, debit means like what comes in, credit means what goes out. It is inventory is decreasing, your inventory is decreasing, so it is decreasing. Credit means what goes out. Understood? Any doubt in this posting, financial postings? Any confusion? Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. So this is personal accounts. You need to apply personal accounts logic, golden rules. This is nominal accounts. This is nominal accounts. Golden rule you are applying nominal accounts, and you are applying here real accounts. Because inventory is going out. It's not an easy, it's not a complex, you need to understand. It is very, very easy if you apply logic. Any confusion in these postings? Can anyone unmute? Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear.
Fine.
Sure.
Fine. Let me show you in the system sales order process. So accounts receivable module. Accounts receivable module. Here, earlier we have learned invoices, free text invoice, and payments, customer payments we have learned from last 1 week. Now you are learning orders, sales orders. And I am doing small setup change. At this point you are not sure, I will discuss with you later. So accounts receivable, setup, accounts receivable parameters. So click on updates and remove this checkbox. I'm removing this one. I will discuss with you this one later. I will discuss with you later. This is finance topic only. We'll discuss. So sales order process means sales order creation. Sales order creation. Sales order confirmation is optional. Sales order confirmation is optional. Okay, it is not mandatory. Packing slip. Packing slip means dispatching the material to the customer. Dispatch the material to the customer. This packing slip is also called delivery challan, DC. Delivery challan, DC, or delivery order, DO. I'm sorry. Some people they will use delivery note. I'm sorry. Delivery note. Some people they will use delivery note. Some people they will use issue. All are same. All are synonyms. There is no change. I mean to say all are same. Okay, fine. So next one is invoice to the customer. So this is optional. I can skip it. Sales order creation means received an order from the customer. Received an order from the customer. This is received an order from the customer. We have received an order from the customer. Then I will dispatch material to the customer and I will do the invoice. Okay. Let me do a sales order quickly. Click on new button. Select the customer account or customer organization, from which customer organization you have received an order, that you need to select. Select the customer. So you can select or you can enter manually the code. That is also possible. Okay. So I have entered customer account number. On site and warehouse is mandatory. You need to map site and warehouse. Click OK. Selecting the item. Click on tab. Suppose 2 quantity I'm selling. Two quantity I'm selling. Okay, 1900 at the rate of 1900. 2 multiply with 2 means 3800. So confirmation is available in the system. If you click on save, confirmation of sales order will be button will be enabled, but this is not a mandatory step. You can skip if you want, you can use it, otherwise you can skip. Actually, at the time of confirmation of the sales order, credit limit will be validated. So what is this credit limit and why we need to verify all those things? We'll discuss this one later. Okay, credit limit. Now next I'm doing pick and pack tab, post packing slip. Okay, people will confuse picking slip or packing list. They will use picking list is different, packing slip is different. So this is we are doing packing slip. Packing slip means we are dispatching material to the customer. Packing slip means we are dispatching material to the customer. Then on hand inventory will be decreased. In this process, on hand inventory will be decreased. because you have dispatched material. Suppose 10 washing machines are there, 2 washing machines dispatched means 10 minus 2, 8. That's what it will update in the inventory. That is inventory part. Okay, now post packing slip, you can select all. Always you can select all from the drop down. Okay, click OK. So while doing this one, it is warning, giving me a warning message. Look at this one. You are about to post the document without printing, because I need to generate a print format. I need to submit to the customer. It is mandatory. So that is the reason it will warn you always. We are proceeding, but in real time scenario, there will be printer connection. It will be printed automatically. Okay, with this packing slip, on hand inventory will be decreased. Now I'm doing invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So click on OK. So if you want to take a printout, you can have option to take print checkbox, print invoice. I'm not enabling, I'm clicking on OK. So it will warn you once again, you are not taking a printout. Without printing, you are proceeding. I'm proceeding. But in real time scenario, you need to take a printout and you need to submit this document to the customer. Now, if you go to journals, invoice button, go to journals and invoice button, click on voucher, okay. If you scroll right side, it will show you now customer account data to revenue account credit and cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold means COG account. COG account data to cost of units invoiced. Cost of units invoiced means inventory. So cost of goods account data to inventory means it is cost of units invoiced. The name is changed. Cost of units invoiced account credit. So customer account data to revenue account credit, one transaction. Customer account data to revenue account credit. Next one is cost of goods account data to inventory account credit. That inventory is in the system, it is called cost of units. This is cost of goods. Understood? Cost of goods sold account data to cost of goods sold data to cost of units invoiced credit. Understood? Any questions here? Any confusion? Anything? Is it clear still? Any questions? I hope it is clear to everyone. Am I right? At least yes or no, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So this is sales order invoice postings. Fine. Purchase order invoice, you need to practice now. Till now, you need to practice. This is vendor invoice. Two scenarios you need to practice in the system. and customer invoices also you need to practice with the 2. Of course, in the purchase vendor invoice, 4 types available. We'll discuss that one, another 2 types later. Okay, 2 more scenarios. We'll discuss this one later. Now, let me focus on one more topic, fiscal calendar. Fiscal calendar. So in India, what is the financial year? In India, what is the financial year?
April to March.
April to March. So 01st April to March 31st. That is 31st March. Okay. Then how many periods are there? Actually, in calendar, see, there are 2 things. One is calendar, another one is financials, fiscal. So calendar means the physical calendar and fiscal means financial calendar. Okay, calendar, what is the calendar actually? Fiscal calendar, which you will receive the physical copy.
January to December.
It is always January to December. It is Jan to December. That is 01 Jan to December 31st. Okay, so now in this we will call it as months. How many months will be there? How many months? Jan to December?
12 months.
12 months. Whereas here, this is financial calendar. This is financial calendar. This is called, in this, it is called not months. They will use the word periods. In this, the wording is periods. In this, the wording is months. Okay, in this we are using periods. In this we are using months. So how many periods will be there? April to March. How many periods will be exist? 12 periods. Am I right? 12 periods. Now, in the system, it is 12 periods means, let me make this one in the upper side. So 12 periods means period 0, period 1, period 2, period 3, like this. Period 11 and period 12. Agree? Instead of months, I'm using the word periods. So period 1 means what it is in India? Period 1 means
April.
what it is? April. So April means what is the starting date? What is the ending date?
1st April to 31st
First
April.
to 30th.
1st April
30th
to
April. Yeah.
last period 11. What is this period 11? Anyone?
February.
It is February. And this one is
March.
March. So what is the date for this one?
31st March.
First. Yeah, first to 31st.
31st March. This we are clear. Am I right? No doubt. In the system, along with this periods 12 periods, you will find one more period, period 0. You will find one more period, period 13. Period 0 and period 13. What is this period 0 means? It is 01 April to 01 April. Period 0 will be there in the system. Period 0 will be there in the system. It is 01 April to 01 April. The starting day of the period 1. The starting day of the period 1 will be available as period 0. And period 13 means it is 31st March to 31st March. If it is in SAP, you will find extra 4 periods. This is period 0 and period 13 is there. 2 periods extra, am I right? Total how many periods now? How many periods? 14 periods.
14.
So in our Dynamics F&O, we have 14 periods. 14 periods. So period 0, period 1, period 2, period 3 like this, period 13, extra period 13. Okay, period 0 and period 13 are extra, 14 periods. In SAP, the same thing, you will find 16 periods. In SAP, it was given 16 periods for different scenarios. But in Dynamics F&O, we can have only 14 periods. What is this extra means? This one, suppose our financial year is 2021, April 1st 21 to 31st March 22. Agree? Current period. Agree with me? The current financial year is April 1st to April 1st 21st, that is 21st year to 31st March 2022. Agree? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next year, what is the next year? Can anyone guide me? Next financial
1st
year,
April 2022.
1st April 2022
2022
to
to
31st
31st March
31st March
31st
2023.
March
2023.
2023. Okay, whenever you are closing, this is closing. Okay, whenever you are doing this year also, next year also, like this same thing, it will be available. Am I right? So the closing, this is last period 13 is closing and period 0 is opening. Period 0 is opening. Whenever you are running year-end process, the closing balances of the last year will be transferred to the opening balances of the new year. For that purpose, it was given period 0 and period 13. Period 0 and period 13 is given. I need to calculate the closing balances of this financial year and I need to transfer these balances to the next year of the financial year. Understood? Suppose cash balance is there. Cash balance, it is 20,000. Last year closing balance should become opening balance for the next year. Am I right? Agree?
Yes.
So for that purpose, it was given. Okay. Year-end closing process, how to do it and everything, you will understand one more topic. But this is topic you need to understand. Fiscal calendar means 14 periods. In India, we are following April to March. In so many countries, they are following so many different. If it is Accenture, they are following September 1st to 31st August. If it is Microsoft, they are following July 1st to 30th June. If it is some European companies, European countries, they are following November 1st to 31st October. And Australia, some companies, they are following May 1st to 30th April. Okay, each and every country, they have their own different fiscal calendars, the financial year, depending upon their requirement, they will follow. So in India, we are following April to March. So in the system, you need to create the calendars by you. Whenever you are creating a new company, you need to create calendars. Understood? Fiscal calendar concept, small concept. Any doubt in this? Total 14 periods. For any date, starting from any date to any date, all 14 periods only. Only 14 periods. Okay. Any questions, please? Anyone? Nothing. Fine. Next, we need to understand, yesterday or day before yesterday, we have discussed. One is currencies. Currencies. One is accounting currency. Accounting currency, transaction currency. Yes, please. Any doubts? And reporting currency. So we learned this one, transaction currency, accounting currency, reporting currency. These three currencies will be there. So where we can map these currencies in the system, let me show you. So in general ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, ledger. Here you are mapping accounting currency and reporting currency. Accounting currency and reporting currency. So you are mapping accounting currency and reporting currency in the system, but a transaction currency will not be mapped, because transaction, whenever you are doing a transaction, at that time you are executing currency. Like I mean to say, you are selecting the currency, respective currencies, that is transaction currency. Okay, so transaction currency will be keep on changing. But accounting currency and reporting currency will not be changed. It will be freezed or it will be fixed. Okay, if you do any mistake while mapping currency, then you cannot modify these two. So what is the solution for this one? You need to close this company and you need to create one more company freshly. That is the only one solution. If you did any mistakes in the currencies mapping, then it will not allow you to modify. So where it is available, this mapping means it is in general ledger, ledger setup, ledger, general ledger setup, ledger, accounting currency and reporting currency. You need to map. So accounting currency means all the reports whatever you are submitting. Look at this one. Select accounting currency for the ledger. After use this currency and a source document, you cannot change the selected currency. This is company currency. All the reports, statutory reports like taxation and everything, you are going to submit in accounting currency. Reporting currency means it is like extra currency. This is extra currency to generate reports for few reports. So remember, all the reports will be generated in this currency. All the reports will be generated in accounting currency. Reporting currency, few reports you can generate. Why I'm telling this one specifically? People will think like by naming convention reporting currency, the reports will be generated in reporting currency. That's what I heard from so many people. That is not the correct one. The reports will be generated, all reports will be generated in accounting currency only. Every report will be in accounting currency only. Few reports only in reporting currency and transaction currency. Transaction currency will be keep on changing based on the transaction. Okay, you should be very much clear about these things. Fine. Any more questions, please? So tomorrow I will show you where we have mapped this. You are telling like a customer account data to revenue account credit and cost of goods account data to inventory account credit. System is taking care. You are not doing anything. System is getting posted automatically. You are not mapping anywhere. So I mean to say, you have mapped somewhere else. From where it was mapped, what it is, one-time job, that I will show you tomorrow. Okay, fine. If any questions, please unmute and you can ask me. If not, then we can discuss tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow morning, same time, 7 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye-bye.